have dealt with in my life is something that doesn't get talked about much. It's evident from the pews to the pulpit, because there's so many men particularly, but there are more and more women now that struggle with it. For me, what the Lord has really worked in my life to help me overcome is sexual addiction. When I was 12 years old, when I discovered pornography and masturbation, I was hooked. That's how I dealt with life. Whenever I was alone, whenever I was sad, whenever I was angry, I never got close with anyone. And that's one of the things with addiction, whether it's sexual addiction, whether it's alcoholism, drug addiction, you are unable to be intimate. You don't understand what intimacy is. I got saved in the midst of my addiction. I started seeing a married woman, and her husband found out, and we were in a car. He's chasing us in a car, and we're it's like a high-speed chase, and he's slamming into my car, and it's recognizing that I can't live this way anymore. I have to change. I can't do it. I can't live like that. And so that's how I got saved 10 years ago. And so that first year of being saved, I was on fire for God, just studying His Word. And I found a church, and I started seeing this woman, and I asked her to marry me, and we got engaged, and then we got pregnant. And unfortunately, she had a genetic condition. She ended up living for 7 months. We had Angelica. That pain that I had no way. I did not know how to deal with that. I didn't. And I didn't know that God can really help me in that pain and suffering. By the time that 18, 24-month period was up, I had been with over 20 women, spent thousands of dollars on prostitutes. I was willing to give it all up because I just wanted to feel better. I wanted to not have to deal with the pain of her not being in my life anymore. And I just didn't understand that God could help. God is my source and my strength. I was in that hotel room, and that burning lust was just on fire, and I was fighting to not kind of give into it, and I finally did, and so I called several prostitutes that night, and I had two come, and I said, whoever came first, that's who I was gonna meet with, and that woman ended up robbing me. To this day, I don't wear my wedding band, not because I'm currently separated from my wife, but I don't wear it because I don't have it. It's gone. And so it was at that moment, that weekend, where I said, Lord, I'm done. My life I give to you. I'm going to serve you for the rest of my life. This is not going to beat me. I don't know if you can do this. I don't know if you can save me. I know your word says it, but I don't know if it really can happen. But I'm going to trust in you. I'm going to trust in you. And so that's what I did. I've trusted in Him every day for the last year. Now, one of the first things He told me I had to do was confess to my wife. And that's what I did. I confessed everything about every indiscretion I ever did over the 9 years that we had been together and 3 years at that time married. And it completely destroyed my marriage. And that has been just a very, very difficult thing for me. Being able to see your wife in a plexiglass and not being able to touch her, not being able to do anything. You want to be with her so bad, but you recognize that the consequences of sin. Now, the Bible says there's no condemnation, right? But there are consequences. And my life for the last year has been dealing with those consequences. But I'm confident that I will overcome those things, and my marriage will be saved, and that we will be able to rebuild it, and we will have a family again. We will have children again.